Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Miss Rhonda from Creative Things. I thought I would come up here with a short video. Today I'm doing an epoxy tray with the Envirotex Light Arisen. It comes in a box just like this. I hope everyone is doing well and fine and staying safe. With the economy opening, we have to be careful. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Stay protected when you go out in public places. And try not to be around a lot of crowds. This is a personal tray with Popeye on it. I'll block this just in case a kid is watching or whatever. Somebody wanted me to do this tray for them, and I was more than glad to find the Popeye art to do it with. This is one of my favorite crafts. I love doing this resin because it comes out so nice and shiny. Like I said, you have a part A and a part B, and it's best to read all the instructions. They have simple instructions on the side here, as you can see, that will tell you exactly how to mix and what to do. I have my two medicine cups. I've did this video in instruction and in length in another video. I'll leave the link down below. And so without further delay, I will go ahead and start mixing for this tray. The one thing you need to make sure of is that you have equal amounts of part A and part B. So because this is just a little tray here, I'm not going to use a full cup of resin. I am just going to use approximately, probably about 12 to 15 cc's, because with a cup, with a tray this size, you don't need a lot of resin to cover it. So I'm going to do, try to keep it at 12 to 15. I'm using plastic medicine cups. You can use silicone cups if you feel that you want to be bothered with cleaning. But me, I am just going to throw it in the trash. As you can see, I have on my plastic gloves, and I try to keep a paper towel or some type of tissue so that I can wipe my bottles with to keep them nice and clean. I use the medicine cups. They come like 50. They come about 50 in a pack, and I got them off of Amazon. And like I said, I will leave that link down in the description box below. This is the resin going in first. Scrape all around and try to get it all out. And then I put in my hardener. And then you're going to mix. It's going to start out cloudy at first. Let me get it in here so you can see. But it will soon start to turn clear. So just get everything off the sides while you're mixing. And you can see right through this cup that it's cloudy. And these are good cups because they have measurements on the side. So for real, you could still measure right from the cup. Put 30 and then it's equal amounts. So you could, you could mix both of them right inside this one cup. But so that my measurements will be correct, that's why I use this medicine cup. Now, if you look inside, let me move my stick. You see there are a lot of bubbles in here. So, I've learned a trick once I pour it on the tray. I'm probably going to use a cigarette lighter to bust the bubbles, but be careful with that. As you can see, it's becoming a lot clearer now. But I'm going to stir for a few more minutes. And these are 4 ounce bottles. So at 15 cc's, you could do quite a bit of these trays. I have a big one coming up, a Dallas Cowboy one. And it's probably going to take a whole 30 cc's medicine cup to do that one, because it's much larger and I had to find a larger tray to do it with. So now I think we're about good on the, as you can see, it's clear. It's clearing up, and that's exactly what you want. You want it to be clear. And you want to make sure you get all the resin off the side of the cup when you're mixing. You want to, like, just mix. And I wish there was an easier way to do this instead of mixing with your hands, but there's really not, because resin is very sticky. It sticks to your hands. It sticks all over stuff. That's why I don't save the medicine cups. But this time I think I'm gonna save this cup because they say that you can peel it right off once it cures. So I'm gonna leave this stick stuck inside of this cup once I'm finished. And they say once it dries, you can take and loosen it and pull it right out. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll come back and do a video on that. I don't have any plans for today. Today is Memorial's Day. I've been running the whole weekend. Went fishing early Saturday morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, down on Mackey Island. We caught a few fish. And then yesterday, we got up with my fiance, his 2 sisters, and their husbands, and we did our graveyard visits. So I got to visit my dad's grave site, and their mother, one of my sister-in-law's mother was passed, and then of course their grandparents. So we were up really early doing that yesterday too. So this morning I didn't hit the floor, I think, until like 8:30ish, because I was so beat tired. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my stick to start doing the sides, because you want to get the sides done before you do anything else. And I'm letting the extra just drip down in the tray. Please make sure you have something on your work surface, because this can get messy. I have like a little resin mat here. Because this stuff can get really, really messy. So So I'm getting my sides, putting this on my sides here. Just on the side of the tray. Try to make sure that the extra runs down inside of the tray. Because in the end, you're going to take your finger and you're going to smooth out the edges anyway, but you just want to make sure you have enough resin up here to do that correctly. I made 2 of these. I made one for my one for each grandbaby, and then I made one for my grandson's auntie. She's so cute. That's my KK. And now I'm doing this one here, and then I'm gonna do the Dallas Cowboys. So if you're interested, I do like really cute ones. I try to stay away from all that other stuff. I'm not trying to stay in that lane, if you know what I mean. So now you just want to take and pour the rest of this resin. Start in the middle. You want to make sure you get all of this out of this cup. Because see, I've learned doing this, that the more resin you have, the longer it's going to take to cure. So then what you're going to do now is you're just going to take your finger and you're going to just spread it out. Spread it along the edges and along the side. Make sure you get the picture. You want to make sure that you're covering every aspect of the tray. You don't want to leave anything not covered. And it's enough resin on this tray to do that. Like, you shouldn't have to do another batch at all. There's enough to spread evenly across the tray. And you can hold it up too while you're doing it, because that will help it drip. It will help it move so that you can have enough to cover it. Just go around the edges. Make sure you cover the gaps in the tray. And I have a light here so to show me what's not covered, you know, because I want it all to be covered all the way up. I don't want to leave any areas that are not covered. And see, I'm also learning, the less resin, the less bubbles. Now, people over measure this, I believe, in my own trial and error that I have done. People over measure this, and that's why they have so many bubbles. So it doesn't take a lot to do this tray. Like, it really, really doesn't. And you will be able to tell if your areas are not covered. Because what you do is you just lean back a little bit off the tray and you look at it, you check it. Make sure you don't see any areas that don't have any resin on them. And it's about an even spread. That's basically what you're doing, is spreading it evenly around to make sure that you have covered every area of the tray. All in the corners, all in the little gaps. And I will be right back because I'm going to walk this to my front door because, like, I don't have my crafter's light here. Like I said, I moved my craft room. And I just wanted to get this finished, so I brought this back to my fiance house so I could finish it. So all my craft stuff is not here. It's somewhere else. And I'm going to do a video once I get that set up. We're getting ready to do some remodeling in his house, so I had to pack up. Matter of fact, I'm still packing up his stuff, and I had to pack up my craft room first to move it. So hopefully within the week, that'll be all set up and ready to go, because I'm telling you, I miss consistency is my goal. I have to be consistent. I don't like being all unorganized and out of whack. So, but with the remodeling taking place on his house, which we didn't know was going to happen, we had to pack up some of our stuff so that the people could pull up the floors. So, that is what's happening. So, my friends, I will be right back because I need to walk this to my front door to see if I've covered every area. And if not, then I'll have to put on another set of gloves and come back. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, I'm back. And everything seems to be nice and covered up. It's nice and shiny. It's nice and covered up. And so what will happen is I will leave this here to start to cure. It's going to start to dry and everything. And hopefully when I come back, it's going to take 24 hours. I must tell you that. 24 hours exactly. Sometimes I leave it more than 24 hours because I want to make sure that it's nice and dry. It doesn't get on anybody. It doesn't get on anything. And the rest of this stuff here will go in the trash. Right here, my little favorite trash can I have here in my little room. I put it inside of a separate bag. And my friends, that completes my project. You guys please like, subscribe, and comment for Miss Rhonda at Creative Things. Check out my YouTube group, Crafty Ladies of the 757 on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram. And I'll see you again real soon. You guys take care and always be blessed.